Hello, hello. Laura's Lane here with you during that weird time between Christmas and New Year's. Anyway, I know that this time, we talked about this before in my previous videos, that this time is great for self-reflection and a little bit of this. Shadow work. Shadow work might sound scary, but we need our shadow. Our shadow keeps us alive. And if we integrate our shadow, God, it gives us a lot of power in a good way, not in an unhealthy way. What is shadow work? It's taking a really good look and actually feeling those uncomfortable things that we maybe push aside and try to avoid. If you haven't heard of Teal Swan, she dives into this great. I would suggest you look her up if you haven't heard of her. Tealswan. I think it's just one N. There might be two N's. Teal, Teal, Swan. She dives into shadow work. She's pretty impressive. She helped me get through some stuff years ago. But it doesn't have to be a scary thing. It might be uncomfortable, but hanging on and carrying the baggage or the energetic leak of a non-integrated shadow is, it's not worth it. It's way more worth it to do the work. And once you clear something, surprise, surprise, there's another layer. It's okay. It's all good. We do this work, but it doesn't mean stop living your life and enjoying it. It's just integrating. So I'm going to pull a card just in case. Actually, I'm going to pull a couple because one may not speak to you. I feel like I should take two. So, okay, if you want to do some shadow work in this in-between time, first card we have is Sacred Boundaries. Oh, that's a good one. Sacred Boundaries. Respect, energetic protection, and self-honoring. Yeah. Gosh, if you don't have boundaries, that was part of my problem. But if you don't have boundaries, it's like you lose a part of yourself. Take a look at where you need some boundaries, definitely. Yeah, that's a great card. Second one, reclaim the lost self, identity, power, and soul retrieval. Kind of go together, don't they? When you do have boundaries, you can reclaim yourself. Right? So a couple things for consideration that you might want to just consider, journal on, look at, consider. And then I wanted to back it up with a couple little truth cards. Those are great. Because really when you do have boundaries, it helps you reclaim yourself. But reclaiming the lost self goes even deeper than that. I love how they go together though, really. The sacred boundaries help you get your power back. If you don't have your power, you can't create the boundaries. They kind of like go in a big infinity loop, right? Ah! All right, so I got two cards here. The first one, what am I looking for outside myself that is already within me? I was just having this conversation with someone today. They were open to a dialogue and they really are always looking outside themselves for validation. And if you're always looking outside yourself for that validation or love or peace, man, it's just like you're going to be a little ball in a pinball machine being bounced around, always dependent upon what others are giving you or not giving you. So anyways, I'm going to read this card out, what it says on the back. It says, are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, frustrated, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward, ta-da, to find everything that you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. You know, it's easy to write this and read this, but to actually spend the time considering it, like after this video, maybe pause this and really think about this and where this is affecting you, if it is affecting you, or if you've gone through this and kind of considered these things and you are getting the power from within you, give yourself a big pat on the back. I mean, it's an ongoing thing to catch yourself potentially. Give yourself a pat on the back and give yourself a pat on the back for even considering these questions. Because, you know, unfortunately, most people don't do this. It's really great to say, oh, you know, be the change you want to see in the world and rah, 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 put up some pretty things and pretty sayings on Facebook or, you know, Instagram, whatever, TikTok. But what are you actually doing? Like, that's good and that can inspire people, right? But what are you doing the work? And we're gonna have to get into that more about what that might look like. And okay, so this gives you let me see. This gives you a suggestion. Okay, it says today's soul action. Breathe in your favorite essential oil. Inhale deeply into your belly, drop your shoulders, and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. That's nice. You don't have to have an essential oil to do this. You might just need to sit down. This is what I do sometimes when I get really busy. I sit down and I put on the timer on my phone for, doesn't even matter, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. And I just make myself sit. Just stop. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open, you can call it meditating. You don't have to, it doesn't matter. Stop. Just breathe. Let your mind go wherever it wants to go. Might take you to one of those places that we need to look at, like boundaries, or reclaiming our power, or we might have leaked it. Take that time for yourself. It's important. If you can get into a routine, it's great, you know. Little kids, they do wonderful with routine, but so do adults, you know. If every morning you brush your teeth and then you make your coffee, maybe you start brushing your teeth, sit down for 4 minutes, then make your coffee. Or make your coffee, or while you're making your coffee, sit down for 4 minutes. You know what I mean. Just add it if you can. Next card, am I apologizing for my truth? Oh God, I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. But our truths do evolve. It says, what part of you is apologizing for your truth? Why? Yeah, I don't think I'm currently doing this one. But it'd be interesting to hear if you guys are, or what that is. That's a big one too. These are great. Thanks for listening to me. But these cards are great. They really are. And you know, to do this work, it doesn't mean you have to spend hours and hours and be miserable and be so, you know, emo. No, just put on your big girl panties or big boy panties, soldier up, do a little work for a little bit, and move on. Let it integrate. It can be as simple as that. Today's action. Okay, it says, today be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. That is so true. So true. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There's room for all of us. Today's mantra is courage is contagious. I agree. There is someone that I have followed on YouTube recently, somewhat new, and she is honestly the inspiration of why I finally just started babbling in front of the camera. I honestly was told through an astrology reading back in like 2010 that I was supposed to get involved with technology on YouTube and have a channel, and look at how long that took. A long time, 15 years. But this person just it was the right time, I guess, timing, and had said, you know, start creating. It wasn't to me personally, it was just like this interaction to YouTube land and all the wonderful people out there. But she had said, start creating, and here I am. And it takes courage to do that, and it is contagious. So, what do you want to do that you haven't been courageous? Or maybe you're holding back. I'm not saying go fly off the handle and like, you know, go buy something that puts you in total debt. Nothing like that. Like something that fills you. Because when you're filled, it inspires others. Right? Anyway, I could babble on and on and on. I did want to keep this short, but I hope this was fun. And that, you know, maybe if you're doing some of that deep reflection, it just gives you something else to consider and something else to look into. Okay? Have a beautiful week, and who knows, I might be back with more videos. But from me to you, cheers, ciao, stay open, stay authentic, and thanks for being here.